Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of the Dairyman's Diary. My name is Frank, as always. I hope you're doing very well. You join me in the TX34 as we're cracking along. Actually, we're doing all right. We're about to finish this field in another couple of passes, and then that's one job done, and we can move on. We have been, well, we still are pretty pushed for to get everything that we need done today. You'll notice that we have a different trailer on the 6630. We are, until we hear, because this is not our grain, really, we're taking the straw off this land. It's the former farmer who voided on their agreement, really, for the lease. It's his cereal, so he's going to be taking that. I'm storing it in my own trailers at the yard until I know what's happening with it, where we're going to sell it, and or where we need to go and tip it. It's the least I can do, really, because essentially I'm getting the straw for free, so that's what we're going to be looking at there. So whilst we wait for that, we're just going to kind of keep pushing along, see what else we can get done here. We've got some hay to row up, we've got some hay to throw about with the tether, we've got some straw to bale now, as you can well see, and we're not getting all that in one pass, so we're just going to stretch out a little bit here, make it a bit easier, and then yeah, we're going to have to get cracking there as well. So lots to do, not much time, and obviously we're still down the tractor. The 7710 is still over at the mechanics there. We have yet to hear the full extent of it. He did send me a voicemail just earlier on, actually, just with a little bit of an update, and it's not looking great. It looks like there's going to be a bit of a wait for some parts, actually. So what that might mean is that we might, at the moment there, I'm pretty much, because the 6820 is on the mowers, and that's a bit of a pain to take on and off all the time, so we've left that as it is. It might mean that we're just going to have to start to utilize 6630 an awful lot. So we'll see. We've got a little bit more grass to knock down for hay, but I don't want to knock anything else down until we have all of that that's on the deck already actually used or baled up. So then we've also got bales to cart in as well. So there's a lot to do. We're just going to get this little bit here finished, and then that is the winter barley for us done on MEADOW Grove this year, which is great news. And so for now, we're just going to leave the combine in the field. We're going to empty out the tank though, and then take that away. And then yeah, we'll take the John Deere away. At some point we'll come back for the old, for the header and the tractor there. Whilst that's doing that, what we might just do, we'll let it unload. We're just going to spin the Asus around so we can drop the header off. And that's a good thing to get done. Back. Lovely old little tractor. We are looking good, actually. Looking blooming good. I did actually give a picture of us getting set up here to Simulation for the Nation, so we could put it onto the social media, which I think he obliged in. So you may well have seen the old girl out and about already. But yeah, cracking little tractor. Not as good as that one though, of course. Okay, that looks like that's us done. Excellent stuff. And yeah, like I say, that trailer was cleaned out. We're just going to leave all the barley in there. We'll come and get that when we're ready, and when we know where the destination is, really, because at the moment I have no clue what's happening with that. So we'll just leave this here, really, ready to go. And then once I've got everything else that I want done today, I've still got quite a few hours before we need to worry about milking, so I have to get rid of those as well. I do love that setup. I love the shape of that old combine. It's just a stunning machine. It really, really is. Alright, onwards we go then, into the 66. We'll drop this off quickly, then we're going to sprint up to the yard, where we'll go and get the, I'm toying between the idea of, we might just come down and get this land down here thrown around first, with the tether on the back, and then we can put the rake on, get that raked up, and then baled up at the top yard there. That should be us done. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of different bits and pieces today. It's a busy old day. But quite a bit of straw in here as well. I have to come and get this baled. The weather's looking good for the next kind of 2.5, 3 days. So with that in mind, we'll probably look to just miss that gate post. we'll probably leave the straw on the deck there just to give it a day or two just to sweat out really and dry off properly. And then we'll get it all baled up nice and quickly. But yeah, back up through the little gap in the trees here. We'll head on over to the lower yard here, drop off the trailer, and then we'll get ourselves up to the top. But as you can see, yeah, everything's coming along. There's a lot of grass starting to grow back in this field here as well that we want to get into soon to get that done. So, and the land on our right here is looking pretty healthy as well. So we're going to have to get stuck into both of those soon. So it's a lot of mowing to be done. The John Deere with the mows on is down here now, the 6820. So we might look at trying to get that knocked down tomorrow perhaps. And then we'll give it a couple of days on the deck just to dry out before we throw it around with the tether. And then we'll see what it's looking like after that. So yeah, it's all go, go, go right now. I have, depending upon, I'm going to get a follow-up call from the mechanic, and depending upon what the contents of that call is, we may be without the 77 for some time. In which case we might look at finding like a demo or a hire vehicle of some description. But yeah, that's very much all up in the air right now. What we're going to do is just come around here ever so slightly onto the side of the pillar. So we should just about be able to squeeze this through here. Take a little bit of working in, but what we'll do, we'll get this all parked up under the shade. You can see we've already got the other grain trailer parked up there as well. We'll get this one all parked up under the shelter here, and then we'll get ourselves back on up to the main yard. A little bit further. Excellent stuff. That'll do me. Right, so up to the yard we go. We're going to sprint up there because we're probably going to be coming straight back down a little bit. We'll connect everything up and then onwards to the to go and TED that little bit out. So we'll with some fancy editing and tricks there, we should see ourselves all done in just a moment. Backing up, and we're away. And just like that, the magic of editing, we're flying back down towards the new land. We're going to go to the field that we knocked down the other day. I think it's not the full field, but I think there's an extent of around about, I think there's about 13, 14 acres of grass knocked down, which looked pretty good actually, in all honesty. That looked like it was a pretty strong looking crop there, so hopefully that will transpire to be the case. What we're going to do is just wing it around here. Nice smooth roads actually. These must have been put in the last year or so, I guess. They're looking pretty good. You have to have a look around, nose around in that shed there. And I believe that I'm allowed to use this storage shed here if I want to. I haven't got any particular use for it at the moment lined up, but if we do end up making a lot of hay, then maybe we'll stick some bit into there just to keep it out of the way for now. And then yeah, there's a lot of silage ground I want to get covered as well. That bit in particular is going to get mowed down next, I think. There's a lot that we can get on with, that's for sure. And this, all of it just really wants a good drink at the moment there. It's dry, not much growth on here at all. Any of the grass that was lucky enough to get any fertilizer on it, I think it must have got very early application, but it's looking good for it. The rest of it though is definitely in need of something else. We'll get around here. Here we go. Right, so with the fellow, we'll just unfold the full width of the tether. Should be good to fire up there. Very nice. Perfect. And we're off. Just like that, we're good to go. So this is, I think, the same. This is kind of a man-made draining ditch, really, which I think actually runs from further up the hill. There's some pipe work that brings it out under the down to the hillside there, really. So quite an interesting thing to see. Some of this land, you can tell this was recently reclaimed because it's not the most level. It's a bit rough in places. The mower didn't like going through this bit we're coming up to. as you can see, so I think we'll probably just go around that. That's a great big crater there. Leave that bit as it is for now. It can just be a bit more of a wildlife area, I think. Underground over there as well, you can see where they stopped putting fertilizer down. That, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. We might just look at the opportunity to get that grazed at some point, but for now we'll just leave it as it is there, I reckon. But yeah, it's definitely easy to see what was mown. Might even look at trying to get some kind of crop put into there, but we'll wait and see on that front. See how it goes. So how are things anyway? I hope you're all doing very well, whatever you're getting up to. Do let us know down below what's going on and what you're working with, what you're driving. As always, very interested to know. Big shout out and big thank you to everyone who's watched all of the latest in my little vlog here. I hope you are enjoying it. Thank you for the very, very kind words about it as well. And we try to keep you up to date as much as possible here. Just getting a bit too busy at the moment to continue, so we're trying our best. With this additional land taken on as well, it doesn't always mean that we're going to get time to, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. And yeah, everything else is flying along really. Barely notice the days go by because it's so busy we're crashing into each other. Yeah, that looks like it's being thrown about pretty easily. This was mowing time of recording today. It is Wednesday. This was knocked down on Monday. Looking pretty good for it as well, so I think we should be alright just to give it a couple more days there, and then we'll get it raked up in a way. Shouldn't need much more than that at all, I would imagine. What we're likely going to do is row up the ground by the top yard, which is ready to go, and then we might even try and get some of that baled this evening if I get enough time to, but it's looking a bit unlikely at the moment. And then we can we'll see how we get on from there. But yeah, just thought I'd give you a little bit of an update as to what's going on. A lot of you have been asking about all of the different ideas and the land, and also now sadly the temporary loss of the 77. We'll have to see how we go there. But yeah, keep an eye out for any potential new or temporary hire tractor on that front. I think we may well be looking at one soon. Here we go. Need to find a good John Deere to replace a brilliant John Deere with. Okay. We've got a few minutes. What I'm probably going to do is actually just stick up the drone here and get a little bit of time-lapse footage as we go, because this is pretty slow working anyway, so we'll see how we get on with that.
Listen up, I gotta tell you, there is something you should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore. I've been thinking about the future, trying to forget about the past. So many ways that I could change for the better. Don't
Alright, and folks, we're just going to get this all wrapped up ourselves here, I think. We've not got much more left to go, to be honest. But we'll get this done. Like I said earlier, we're off to do some raking, baling, and possibly even carting after that. So we'll see how we get on. It's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a long night as well. Until next time, though, thank you ever so much for watching. I've been Frank. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, Simulation for the Nation, and we will see you all in the next one. Till then, have yourself a great day. Enjoy what you're doing, and we'll see you later.